Wow. It's Robin Hood on the BBC Micro. Wow. Incredible. This is the third Robin Hood game on the BBC Micro. We have previously played through the other two, which were Robin of Sherwood and Robin and Marion. That was the one. Yes, we've done those, so this is the last one. We did try to do this first, because technically it was released first, but I couldn't get it to work properly. Well, I could get it to work, but I couldn't save. And because a lot of the game is just randomness, it's nearly impossible to do without saving. So what we needed to do was just need to disable write protection on the disk, which I have done. Let me just find the game. Robin Hood. Nottinghamshire County Council presents. Yes, my friends. Produced by Nottingham County Council. Your council tax at work. Right here. Amazing. The Nottinghamshire Collection. Robin Hood. We can choose Robin Hood, or we can do the password editor. We are going to choose Program 1. Welcome to Sherwood Forest. You know the little tweets of the birds? That's cute. Before you can enter, you must answer my questions. Do you know the secret code? No. You must tell me your names. Yeah, hang on. Let's make a save already. That'll do. Yes. Save. Today, top of the next name. So we can have up to 4 people. So this would obviously be a game which you'd play in school. You'd have a small group in your class. You'd play the game together. But since it's just me, there is no one else in my class. We'll do it on our own. The secret code is Sherwood Forest. Sherwood Forest, everyone. Remember that. It is Friday morning and everything in the forest is quiet. Okay. So, this game, the passwords don't work in it for some reason. Doesn't emulate properly. And that makes it difficult because if you make a wrong move and you can't progress in the game, you've got to go all the way back and start at the beginning. You can't just use the password to pick up where you left off and try again. Suddenly, the peace of the forest is broken. That's very loud. Dear Yesterday, that's me. We are being held prisoner in the Upper Bailey of Nottingham Castle. Please rescue us. Signed, Little John, Friar Tuck, Will Scarlet, and Much the Miller's Son. That's all the merry men, apart from Alan Dale. Oh dear. They are in a bit of a pickle, aren't they? You decide to go to Nottingham Castle. Will you take the sack of gold? Why wouldn't I take the sack of gold? Like, yes. You set off towards the castle. On the way you meet some farmers. They will sell you their clothes and belongings. If you buy them, you can disguise yourself as farmers. They have a piglet, a hen, a goose, and a calf. Will you buy the disguise? No. You carry on your way. On the way you meet some priests. They will sell you their clothes and belongings. If you buy them, you can disguise yourselves as priests. They have a cross. You buy the disguise. On the way you meet some jesters. They will sell you their clothes and belongings. If you buy them, you can disguise yourself as jesters. They have a stick. Oh, well, for a stick, yeah, no. As much as I want a stick. So we can only choose one costume. So we need to be selective. On the way, you meet some peddlers. They will sell you their clothes and belongings. If you buy them, you can disguise yourself as peddlers. They have a brass jug, a wooden brooch, a gold dress pin, and a piece of silk. Will you buy the disguise? I will. You carry on your way disguised as peddlers. So when we tried to play this game last time, the only way I could really make any progress was by disguising as peddlers because we need the stuff to trade. On the way, you meet some minstrels. You carry on your way disguised as peddlers. Spooky. Doo-doo-doo-doo. At last, you see Nottingham through the trees. Here you are at the castle gate. The guards let you enter. You are in the outer bailey. If you wish to enter the middle bailey, you will need to disguise yourselves as soldiers. Where do you want to go? Okay, so the game randomizes itself here. We can choose between B, C, D, F, G, H. We need to go to each of these buildings to get certain items to disguise ourselves. But some of them will just automatically call the guards and send us back to the beginning. But we don't know which of these will do that. And because, there's no password, we will get sent back to the beginning just by sheer luck, so we want to avoid that. So I made a save. Should we go with B first? Will you knock? Yes. The owner recognises you and raises the alarm. You're putting the stocks for the night, for God's sake. And we've been pummeled with tomatoes. You'll have to return to Sherwood Forest and try again later. Is there another group we want to play? No. Right, that's loads. Okay, so B, we don't go to. Will you knock? Yes. As far as I'm aware, 2 of the 6 will have people that will raise the alarm. So we know where one of them is. I will swap a belt for a brass jug or a piece of silk. Okay. So we need to write this down, because we need to do this in a certain order. We will need the brass jug or the piece of silk for another item, I believe. So let's say belt, jug, or silk. Okay. Do you want to swap? No. Okay, so then we go to D. The owner recognises you and raises the alarm. Oh, for God's sake. Okay, so we don't go to B or D. F. I'll swap a tunic for a piece of silk. Or gold pin. So we can use the silk to get the belt or the tunic. We need to work out which is which. Okay, so C. That was F. Let's see what's in G, shall we? Will you knock? Yes. It's very much in the style of Granny's Garden. Such educational games. Sword for a jug. Do you want to swap? No. H. So H should be okay. I'll swap a helmet for a gold dress pin. Pin or brooch? I'll swap? No. Okay, so let's review. Belt, jug or silk, tunic, silk or gold pin, sword, jug, helmet, pin or brooch. So, jug for the sword, silk for the belt, pin for the tunic, and brooch for the helmet. Easy peasy. Now, which one do we do first? That's the problem. I'm going to try C. Me again. So, silk. Oh, I need to do the full thing. What was that? C. Sorry, me again. I'll swap a belt for a piece of silk or brass jug. You want to swap a yes. Silk. You swap the piece of silk for the belt. A soldier should not wear a belt without a tunic. I'm going to call a guard. Right, so here's the other problem. We need to do it in a certain order. Okay. So, tunic was in F. Tunic for a gold dress pin. Okay. Yes. Pin. Okay. So, that's good. F first. Then we go to C. Swap a belt for a piece of silk or a brass jug. So this one has to be the silk. Okay. So 1, 2. Now, do we get the helmet or the sword? I feel like we need to get the helmet first. That's the least suspicious. I'll swap a helmet for a wooden brooch or a gold dress pin. So we've used the pin, which means we've got to swap for the brooch. Swap the wooden brooch for the helmet. Okay, now we're getting somewhere. Finally, we go to G. I will swap a sword for a brass jug. You want to swap? Yes. Jug. Swap the brass jug for the sword. Seems like a good trade. You are now dressed as soldiers. Yes. Now we're cooking. Save. So now we head to E, I guess. You are at the gate to the Middle Bailey. The guards let you enter because you totally rizzed them. Something is glinting near the entrance to the Middle Bailey. It's a key, or a crude graphical representation of one. Looking more closely, you see that it is a key. Do you want to pick it up? Why are you asking me? Why would I not pick up that key? Give it here. Press K at any time to see what you are carrying. You are now in the Middle Bailey. We need to state this in caps lock for some reason. Use the arrow keys to move around the Middle Bailey. Okay, right, there's offices and there's a gatehouse. Right, okay. Interesting. Gatehouse, offices, offices, gatehouse. Can I go up? Oh, what's up here? Offices, gatehouse. Romelo's Tower, Great Kitchen. Chapel, semicircular. Oh god, there's more to this than I thought there was. Great Hall Constable's House. King Richard's Tower, Black Tower. Okay, there's a lot of stuff here. Okay. Rightio. Okay. As you go through the gates, any keys you are carrying are confiscated. You enter the outer bailey. No, I didn't want to do that. I need that key. God damn it. Right, load. Okay, don't go into the gatehouse. You are inside the offices. You see nothing of interest. Which way? You're still in the offices. You're still in the offices. Up. Okay, so there's nothing in the office. There's nothing there. There's nowhere to go that way. There's a door with 3 locks. Use the arrow keys to move around the middle bailey. Okay, you'll fall into the moat that way. Oh, don't go that way then. Okay, alright, okay. This is very confusing, but... Okay, there's a door with 3 locks. We've got 1 key. We need more keys. Okay, get down. Okay, so we've been in the offices, we've been in the gatehouse, where we came from. So now we can go into Romulo's Tower or the Great Kitchen. Okay. We're inside Romulo's Tower. That's got to be an anagram of something. Morlo. I don't know. Whatever. Do you want to take one? This is a trap. One's got 2 notches, the other's got 4. What if I take A? Yes. Which one will you take, A or B? I'm pretty sure I pressed A. And, oh, right. The B moved over to the A. Right, whatever. Do you want to take it? No. That's suspicious. Okay, let's go in the kitchen. You want into the great kitchen? There are some keys on the wall. Do you want to take one? No. Okay. Something sus going on here. Okay. There's lots of keys. No. I need to use these keys to get into that tower. Obviously. Inside the semicircular tower, you see nothing of interest. Alright, let's just go to the Great Hall. So the Great Hall, some keys on the wall. No. 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 Inside the constable's house, you see nothing of interest. Okay, so we've looked in all of the houses or buildings. There's just a lot of keys. So I need to work out which of these keys this is what you are carrying. Which of these keys opens this door? There is a door with 3 locks. Okay, how do I use the keys? There's nowhere to go that way. That's the door with 3 locks. Yeah. Why is navigating so confusing? God damn it. Onto the moat that way. Let me out. Oh my god. How do I just want to back away from the door. There we go. Can't go that way. There's some keys on the wall. No. So some of them have a green jewel on the top. Some of them have red. This might be important. There's nothing in the tower. Yes. Let's take A. No. King Richard's Tower. That's the Black Tower. No. There's a definitely moaned from above. Some stairs in the far wall leading upwards. You climb the spiral staircase. There's me holding a torch. At the top is a cell door. An old man is muttering to himself inside the cell. Do you want to stay to listen? Yes, maybe he knows about all these keys. The old man notices you standing outside his cell door. If you let me out, I will tell you a secret. Will you let him out? Obviously. Look, we open the lock. The old man begins. 13 keys are made, but 3 locks for them to fit. Each is different in 2 ways from the one before and the one after it. God. Right. Each key is different in 2 ways from the others. Okay, the old man runs away down the steps, laughing madly. Go back down the stairs. Right. No. Yes. This is what you are carrying. Which key do you want to try in the top lock? C. That key fits the lock. D. You're putting this off for the night. God damn it. Okay. This shouldn't be too difficult. I don't think there's just one solution. We just need to get 3 keys which are different in different ways. That makes sense. Alright. Yes. I will take A. No. Out. Nothing in the offices. Let me out. Thank you. No. I need to go out. Okay. Let's see. Yes. If I take B. No. Let's go out. Let's have a look. Okay, this shouldn't be too difficult. Yes. I'm gonna try B. No. Out. Let's have a look. Okay, so E has 2 notches on it that are not on C or D. So that should mean it's different in 2 ways. D obviously has lots of things that are different. C has a red jewel instead of green. In theory, if I've got this right, that should be enough. If I haven't got it right, then Screw all of you. Yes. D. What do you mean wrong? Ugh. Okay, going to Romulo's tower. Yes, A. Okay, so we did this before. These two are fine. So these two go together. They're different in two ways. D is longer. It has two notches. I'm going to make a save there. See if this works. The offices, no. Just try the semicircular tower. Chapel. Yes. Try B. That might work. Yes. Let's try C. Then what about E? Damn it. Okay. Right, what have we got? So we need to figure out, what about King Richard's Tower? Yes. Let's try B. Yes. This is what you're carrying. Those look different. C. D. Maybe it's... Maybe it's that it has to be exactly two different ways that they're different. If C and D work, then B. Try up. Yes. Yes. Graphics. 13 keys are made, but 3 locks for them to fit. Each is different in two ways from the one before and the one after it. No. We can do process of elimination. That's what I have to do. No, don't. No. No. my god, can I leave, please? We're still in the Black Tower. Still in the Black Tower. There we go. Right. C. D. Okay, what have we got? We've got that. No. No. Leave. No. Yes. Whew, it's exhausting. Mm-mm-mm. The old man begins. Each is different in two ways from the one before and the one after it. Hmm. No. Oh, I've got to get out of here again. No. Why won't you let me go out? No. No. There we go. Hmm. Forgot I was muted. Okay, so we've So I'm mapping this out. As long as we map this out, we're fine. All we've got to do, I guess, is go around, free all of the merry men. I don't know why they're not in the dungeon. Why is the dungeon empty? Sheriff just tying up merry men in random places in the castle. So as long as we map this out properly, shouldn't have too much of a problem. Don't want to run into the sheriff. That's the one thing. Go east. You are both in St. Nicholas's Chapel. Uh-oh. Sheriff's moved east. It is now in the stateroom. Oh. Fair enough. Can't go north. Can we go south? You are both in the stateroom. Watch out! The sheriff is in the stateroom. He sees Much and arrests him again. I have to hide here until he is gone. Try again later. God damn it. Right. Okay. Let's go west. You're in the falconry. Sheriff has moved north and is now in the stateroom. So we head south. In the King's Chapel. Which way? We need to go east. You're in the King's Hall. The sheriff should move south. It's now in the stateroom. So let's go to the bookshelf. Find ourselves in the kitchen. Alright, come on, Much. Must take Much to Mortimer's Hall. Where is that? Can we go west? Go west for a cupboard. Interesting. You are both in the King's Hall. Oh no. Sheriff has moved north and is now in the stateroom. Okay, that's fine. Back in the kitchen. Okay, so we move south from the King's Hall to get to the kitchen, but we can't, well, we have to leave the kitchen via the west to get back north. I don't know, whatever. Okay, south from the kitchen. Ooh, you're both in the granary. Will Scarlet is tied up here. You could tell it's Will Scarlet because he's dressed in red. You can only take one man at a time. You may attract the sheriff. Okay, there's Will. I'll have to come back for him. Okay, can we go east? You're both in the stateroom. Watch out! Sheriff is in the stateroom. Sees Much and arrests him again. Okay. Right, let's try east. No. I didn't mean to go that way. Right, where is Mortimer's Hall for a start? I don't know. Okay, so can we go south? We can. Where does that go? It goes to the King's Hall. Okay, that makes sense. Sheriff has moved north, but is now in the stateroom. Can we go east? No. We can go south. Here's much. No. Stay there for a sec. Let's go east. We're in St. Nicholas's Chapel. Yep. Sheriff is in St. Nicholas's Chapel. I have to hide here until he is gone. Try again later. We don't want to do that. Let's try west. We'll end up in the falconry. North. We're in the King's Chamber. Friar Tuck is tied up here. Tuck. No. One sec. Right. Let's try west. Queen's Chamber. Can we go west again? We can. In the drawing room. John. Okay. This is good. No, not yet. Okay, so we found John Tuck, Much, the Miller's Son, and Will Scarlet. Those are the 4 we needed to rescue, wasn't it? I think so. Okay. We're in the Queen's Chamber. Can we go north? We're in the Little Chamber. Sheriff's moved east and is now in the Queen's Chapel. Queen's Chapel, where is that on my map? King's Chapel, Treasury. Let's see the Queen's Chapel. Alright, can we go west? No. Can we go north? Can go north. You were at Mortimer's Hall. Ha! There's a tunnel leading down. The sheriff's moved north and is now in the stateroom. Okay, I can't go south. I can't go back. Right, can I go west? North. Right, we've got to go north to go back to the Little Chamber. Sheriff is in the granary. Where was the granary? Do I have the granary on my map? Kitchen. Might have been where Will was. Okay. Either way, the sheriff is far away. So if I go west... Yes. Let's take Little John to Mortimer's Hall. Sheriff's moved east and is now in the Queen's Chapel. Okay, so we head north. You are both in the Little Chamber. North again. There is a tunnel leading down. Little John escapes down the hall. You must go back to find the rest of the merry men. Okay, there's one. I'm going to save that. Let's go south again. So Tuck is right here. We head east. There he is. It's Friar Tuck. I would like to set Friar Tuck free. That is correct. So let's head west again. Now the trouble is, Much the Miller's Son and Will Scarlet are at the other end of the map. That makes things a bit trickier to get past the sheriff. Above the little chamber, north again. Friar Tuck escapes down the hall. Right, that's 2 of them. Alright, let's save. East. This is the King's Chamber, yes. South. That leaves me in the falconry. It's now in the stateroom. So we're in the falconry. Let's go south. This is the King's Chapel. West is in the granary, right. It's where Will is currently. Move north and is now in the kitchen. Okay. Now the question is, if I go south, I'll end up in the kitchen. But if I do that, will he move away? In the kitchen. Much is tied up here. Watch out, the sheriff's in the kitchen. Damn it. Thought he would have moved away. Okay, it's fine, it's fine. We know what we're doing now. East. Sheriff has moved north and is now in the kitchen. What, in the King's Chamber? Uh-huh. So let's go south. Through a cupboard. As you do. So the stateroom is south below St. Nicholas's Chapel. Okay. He's kind of patrolling the south part of the map, which makes things a bit tricky. If I go east, you're in the guardhouse. Sheriff's moved west and is now in the granary. Save there. Let's go south. In the King's Hall. Now in the kitchen. Right. I'll have to go west. Because I can't head south into the kitchen. Sheriff's moved west and is now in the King's Hall. Oh, it's right behind me. Okay. Moved west and is now in the King's Chapel. Okay. Good. Moved north and is now in the falconry. Okay. This is good. Should be able to sneak by him. Moved north and is now in the King's Chamber. Okay, yeah, he's moved to the top of the map. Excellent. Right, so if I go south, we're in the kitchen. Much is tied up here. No, I don't want to take Much just yet. Because Will is further away, so I'm going to grab him first. Yes. Must take Will Scarlet to Mortimer's Hall. Sheriff has moved south and is now in the King's Chapel. Okay, so I need to move north. Both in the kitchen, much is tied of here. Northern is now in the falconry. Okay, so I need to move west. That will put me in the King's Hall, which is fine. North now in the King's Chamber. Okay, so I'm going to head north. Sheriff has moved west. He's now in the Queen's Chamber. Okay. I'm kind of following the sheriff. I'm hoping he doesn't turn around. So if I go west. He's now in the little chamber, which is where I need to be. Sheriff has moved east. And is now in the Queen's Chapel. Okay. That should be fine. Sheriff's moved south and is now in the King's Chamber. Okay. That should be fine. Above in the little chamber, the sheriff is west, is now in the Queen's Chamber. He's right behind me. You're both at Mortimer's Hall. There's a tunnel leading down. Will Scarlet escapes down the hall. You must go back to find the last of the merry men. Sheriff moved west and is now in the drawing room. Okay. Excellent. Okay, let's go north. Sheriff has moved east and is now in the Queen's Chamber. Okay, so I'm going to go east. Otherwise I'll run into the Sheriff. And the little chamber. You're in the King's Chamber. Okay. He's right behind me. Let's go south. He's now in the King's Chamber. Okay, this is fine though. As long as we're a step ahead of him. In the guardhouse, the security is west, and the Queen's Chamber, that's fine. That's fine. In the King's Hall. He's now in the little chamber, so let's go south once more. Finally rescue Much the Miller's son. Poor Much. Always gets short shrift. Sheriff has moved east, and it is the Queen's Chapel. Okay. In the little chamber. Let's go west. It's now in the drawing room. That's where Little John was, I believe. Okay, I think we've got this. Go north. We should be in the King's Chamber. He's in the Queen's Chamber. So if I head north, I'll be in the Queen's Chapel. So I want him to not go north. He's moved east. Yes. Got it. Got it. Through the door. You are both at Mortimer's Hall. There's a tunnel leading down. Much escapes down the hall. You've saved all the merry men. Follow them down Mortimer's Hall and back to Sherwood Forest. You hear music in the distance. Let's crank that up. That was worth it, wasn't it? That's a bit too loud. Hang on. Yay, and we got a roast and some juggling to celebrate our victory. Yay. I'll get you one day, Hood Locksley, as Alan Rickman would say, as the sheriff. Get wrecked, sheriff. Is there another group who wants to play? No. Goodbye. There we go, guys. Robin Hood on the BBC Micro, complete. After we eventually got it working, it's a fun-ish educational game, I guess. It's no Granny's Garden, let's be honest, but it's okay. If the password system would have worked, that would have been, useful. But if I can use save states, that's kind of emulates it. But yeah, the fact that it's random every playthrough means that, there's a lot of trial and error involved. That's mostly what the game is. But the key thing is very kind of tricky to work out. That would have been the sticking point as a kid, I think. Trying to get that done. But, yeah, it's fine. Your basic BBC Micro education game. Yeah. Not much else to say about it. Goodbye, I guess. There you go. That's another Robin Hood game down, and that's every single BBC Micro Robin Hood game. Wow. What an accomplishment, said nobody ever. Alright, join me next time for more Robin Hood on various platforms as we continue our quest to beat every single Robin Hood game on stream. Will we do it? Maybe. Who knows? Have to wait and see.